Hey everyone, welcome to week 11 of the devlog for my game. This week I felt pretty good about what I got done. Quite a bit was accomplished. This week I got localization support set up for the game, so it'll be ready to go into other languages once I've gotten it all translated. I also added a few new level goals to the game so that each level can feel a little bit different when you play through them, as well as set up the level goals for the previous levels which weren't accurately set up in the past. And lastly, I added new levels to the game, so planet number 4 is all set up and ready to go. If any of that sounds interesting at all to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It'll sure help out the channel. And then let's get right into it. So like I said, the first thing that I got set up this week was localizing the game. I so far have gotten the 2 languages that I know, and it's ready to be set up for a few other languages once I actually get around to translating it. But you can see that it does have language translations for English as well as Japanese throughout the game right now. I only know English well, and I'm okay at Japanese, so those are the only 2 languages that I've got set up at this point. If you want to help out with translation for any other languages, let me know. Then I got right into making levels for the next planet. This is going to be the 4th planet, and the obstacles that I primarily wanted to use in this level were the black hole as well as the volcano. The black hole is there to pull the aliens toward it, and of course if they get too close to the middle, then they're not going to survive for very long. And the volcano is more of a wind than it is actually volcano, so it won't actually hurt the alien, it just pushes you around and makes controlling a little bit more difficult. So I went through and set up 10 levels for this planet. Each one of them has their own little challenge, but they all seem to be pretty good. So here's some gameplay from a few of the levels that I made this week to show off what they're looking like so far. On all these new levels, I haven't tested them enough to set level goals up accurately, so over the next week, I'll get that done as well. I added a couple of new goals to the game. These are all the goals that I've decided on for the game so far. If I think of anything new, then I'll add them in as well. And now it's time to test all of these goals individually and make sure that they all actually work. So I got straight to work on testing them, making sure they were all actually working. The first one I was testing out was the simple one of just saving enough aliens into the planets. There's a few goals that just say save a minimum of 1, 2, or 3 aliens. Those all worked with no problem at all. I also have one from before that was save all the aliens that are coming out of the spaceship. So I knew that one already worked, but I figured I'd test it anyways after all of the changes, as well as one that requires you to save all of the aliens to their own home planet. Drawing a maximum number of lines, so let's test it out. 21 lines. $20 lines. 10 lines. And you get the point. So I continued testing this way the rest of the lines, which was 5, 2, and 1, and those all worked just the same as the other ones. No problems there. And of course I'd run into an error. I remember I set the time scale down so that the game wouldn't be as fast when you're playing it, a little bit more controllable. And that makes it so it's really easy to clear all of the time goals. So we gotta get that fixed. So yeah, when I first made the game, I noticed it was a little bit fast and the aliens were hard to control. So I decided to set the time scale down to half, and that made the game much more playable. However, this isn't something I remembered when I was making these. As you can see, I'm here moving this alien around for a good while. This is about 40 seconds, and the goal is only 20. But as you'll see here in a second, I actually passed the goal. So it wasn't too hard of a fix, but it was something I needed to take care of that I didn't expect to have to do. Now it's all good to go. It works as expected. I also added a goal to require the player to have all of the switches on the level either turned off or turned on. So let's get those tested as well. These also didn't have any problems. The switches were easy to check for and no issues there. Well, how do you think it looks? In this next week, I plan on designing some new levels for the next planet, which means I'm going to have to make another alien to go in there as well. So look forward to that in the next week. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button down below, leave a comment for me, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that button too. It'll really help me out. That'll do it for this week. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.